Action continues here on the opening day of competition for the Arnold Strongwoman Classic from the Greater Columbus Convention Center in Columbus, Ohio. Glad you are with us, everybody, as we roll on to event number 2 of 5. It is the timber carry. Welcome you inside the Convention Center here on our Rogue Iron Game set. I'm Sean Woodland with Dr. Bill Crawford and Kristen Rhodes. And that is the implement that awaits the competitors as we close out day number 1 of competition. What stood out to you the most about that incredible opening event that we saw earlier today?
We were just talking about it. I think you have to say that the applause and the attention was equal for the men and the women.
Yeah.
So women strong, the strong women are here, and it's a staple.
I'd have to agree with you, and to turn around and see that huge crowd, like literally here for the women, I mean, they want to see it. They're here to see this. They want to see them perform, and it's really exciting to see.
Yeah, there was
and Arnold's response.
An empty seat in this place. It has been jam-packed from the start. Let's take a look at the overall standings after that first event, and it was Lucy Underdown who picked up her first career event win and her first appearance here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic. She picks up 12 points. Andrea Thompson currently sits in second place. Victoria Long suffered a hamstring injury and unfortunately has had to withdraw. We will have a new champion, and we are sad to hear that about Victoria Long. Unfortunate that happened to her in that opening event. So she has officially withdrawn. The business at hand is the timber frame carry, 30-second time limit, 590 pounds for the women here. Kristen, what are the keys to success for an event that is extremely fast if you're good at it?
Yeah, I mean, in this event, really smooth is fast, and you have to the grip, you have to, when you set up, you really have to deep set your hands, get your hands under, and just get locked in. And because you're going up the ramp, you really have to also watch, not only do you have good grip, you have to watch the lean, because if you take off too fast and the front of that frame hits the ramp, you're dropping it. And, last year we saw so many women, I think all of them completed it within just a few seconds of each other. You can't mess up. There's no mistakes, no drops. Like, you have to be on it.
The other, every time I watch this event, it's kind of amazing. You're walking up this ramp. You're exactly right. If you hit that ramp with the front of that frame and you drop it, it is unbelievably hard to pick it back up, and you pay a lot of energy to make that second pickup and keep things rolling.
Yeah. And if you bump it and you go off balance, I mean, there's just so many factors. You need to keep it as smooth as possible. So. And these women are fast. They are
very fast.
Yeah.
But it's super exciting when they get to the top, and it's just a wonderful thing. And then you're standing up on top of the platform and you're looking out over the crowd. Unbelievable feeling, I'm sure.
Well, the athletes will go in reverse order of the standings. So Sam Beliveau will be out first.
And Sam had a good sequence on the deadlift also.
Beliveau making her second appearance here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic. She finished 7th last year.
Yeah, amazing.
Out of Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Come on, Sam.
She's really setting her hands.
And here goes Sam Beliveau.
And one thing to note, this frame is about 80 pounds heavier than it was last year. So we're going to see some drops. We're going to see some slower times.
Good movement to start.
When you get to that incline portion of the track, how does that affect the way you have to pick this thing up?
It's harder.
It's got to be harder. I haven't tried this. He might know.
Yeah, if you drop it, it's really difficult to get that back up.
And the energy expenditure that you have to put into it.
Sam Beliveau is done, was able to move it, so we'll have to wait on the official distance for her. And we are one competitor down, and joining us at the desk, the man who just put on a show in his triumphant return to the Arnold Strongman Classic, Hafthor Bjornsson. Congratulations on that performance. You addressed the crowd, you talked about maybe going after your record. If you had done it, do you think you would have gotten it?
Absolutely. 1006 felt really good. I surprised myself, and I truly believe I would have broken my world record today. But I gotta be smart. I gotta look at this, long term, and I want to go through this competition injury free and hopefully win it. That's always my goal, to win competitions, and to do so you got to be smart as well.
And you've been here plenty of times. You know what this atmosphere is like. But what was it like to step back out after your time away and to see this crowd and the reception that you got?
I miss this. Yeah. It's so amazing to be here again, and I was just telling my friends earlier, I'm not going anywhere. I love this. This is where I belong.
I mean, the crowd is big and it's energetic right now. I mean, it feels as good as it's ever been, or maybe better. I think
Yeah, the crowd's amazing, and when you see the crowd, it really gives you that extra push, that you need.
So, how do you feel about your frame?
I feel actually really good for the frame. Training has been going very well. I've done the distance with the competition weight in training, so should go well.
Well, here goes Rebecca Roberts on her first attempt. Roberts moving well.
So quick.
Wow.
And Rebecca Roberts is going to make it to the top. In under, it looks like 10 seconds. We'll have to wait for the official mark there, but what an effort from Rebecca Roberts.
She looks really happy after that deadlift.
Yeah,
very happy to come back and do so well.
Wonder Woman sprinting up that track.
That was really good.
As we await her final time, Hafthor, what did the time away from the sport do for your passion to train and come back and compete?
Yeah, that's why I came back, for the love I have for the sport. I just truly believe, I just truly enjoy training. I love competing, and that's really the reason why I'm back. I missed this, and just coming back, it's amazing. I can't really put words to it. It's just, I belong here. That's the right answer. I just truly believe I belong in this sport. A bit longer at least.
you told me that you feel pretty relaxed, and that's gotta. You're relaxed. Your preparation's been good. The other guys should be scared, but also, I mean, at your age, you still have several really strong years to come.
Absolutely. I've been feeling really relaxed, almost too scary relaxed, but I didn't sleep the best last night, and I think that's the stress kicking in. I think stress is a good thing. It just means that you truly you care, you want to do well, and that's a normal thing to feel stressed.
Right.
Even though I've been doing this for more than 10 years, I still get stressed.
Yeah.
Even though some stuff not admit it, I still the nerves kick in every single time.
Well, it's great to see you back as a returning champion. I mean, the last time you were here, you won, and you're back to do it again.
Yeah, I'm at least gonna do my absolute best, and if that's enough, I'll be happy. If that's all I can do is to do my best.
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Here comes Donna Moore.
It's been great seeing you back, and good luck with this next event.
Thank you so much, guys. It's great touching you guys. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you, Hafthor. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Donna Moore is going to be up next as Hafthor Bjornsson is walking off the set here, and we'll get set for his version of this event. And here goes Donna Moore, who won this competition in 2018, making her 5th appearance at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic. Moore, which is a handful of seconds left, and now starting to limp a little bit.
A little bit there, huh? That was 2 picks. I think the strain of lifting that on the angle in the ramp, that's a lot.
Hopefully that is not something that's going to keep her out of the competition. And Donna Moore, we'll have to see how that compares to Sam Belivo's distance. So Rebecca Roberts, after 3 competitors, is the only woman to get to the top. Her official score, 9 seconds, .53. Joining us now, Magnus over Magnusson. Magnus, thanks for doing this. How you doing?
Hey, I'm pretty good.
What's it like for you as someone who was a pioneer of the sport to now see where it is today, not only with the crowd, but just the level of ability that we have with these athletes?
Well, the thing is, I've been around, I've seen this sport grow, get bigger, and the biggest thing is the women that have come into the sport.
Yeah.
With what they are doing and what they are achieving just blows my mind.
Right.
Years ago, I would never ever believed I would see women do these weights.
We were talking earlier about a 700-pound deadlift for a woman. Like, who would have ever thought we would have seen something like that?
Well, I was there when
She did it?
Lindsay did that record, and that was something else.
Yeah.
Well, half the
unbelievable.
athletes actually, half the women actually deadlifted over 600 pounds.
Oh,
Half.
absolutely.
Six of them.
It's just, like I said, it just blows my mind. And it just shows you what the human body is capable. You think every year you come to the Arnolds, you've pushed the athletes to their absolute maximum limits. Come back next year and you can push them further.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. When are we going to get to that limit, the max that you can, when I started out, I would never have believed somebody would pull a 500 kilo deadlift.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yes.
Erin Murray is our fourth competitor out. Rebecca Roberts, so far of the first three women to go, is the only woman who's gotten to the top inside the 30-second time cap. And here goes Erin Murray.
Oh.
Got off to a really good start. That's her first drop.
That is so much energy to have to pick that up on that
On the
slope.
incline.
The thing is, when you pick it up, after you've gone off the higher pedestal, it's a deeper pick,
Right.
which makes it
That is
even
a good
harder.
point. We didn't think about that. Yeah.
It's about
And now you're on an angle as well.
268 kilos, 590 pounds, and Erin Murray is now going to call it.
Right after a deadlift. It's
When you have to wonder how much doing the deadlift right before this, did that affect them on this frame carry today?
I
It's essentially, they're both, this is essentially another deadlift.
yeah, I think it's got a lot to do with it, probably.
And we went up 80 pounds from last year.
80 pounds, absolutely.
Yeah, that
But
also makes
everybody was running up the ramp, so like Magnus said, you have to push it up.
Well,
Keep going.
Yeah, you gotta position your hands right. So you want to have it in the right balance. And plus, you gotta have a seriously strong grip.
We talk about outrunning your grip on like a farmer's walk. It's more than that on this one, because the ramp's only just so long. You just hang on for dear life and just move your feet as fast as you can to try to, every step is another foot away from hanging onto that bar.
Well, it's a lot of weight. And the faster you can, and the faster you can move with it, the faster you can get to the end of it, the shorter time it's in your hands.
Right. You have to outrun that grip. But the other one is that, as we were talking, you can't just take off because the front of that frame hits that ramp and you drop.
Well, some of the things, if your hands are not right positioned and you take off really fast and it tilts forward, it can hit and it could throw you off.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of controlling that. You want to be like a little bit more smooth, but at the same side, I'm thinking the faster I go, the less time I have to hang on to it.
Yeah, actually, but you got to be kind of careful. You got to take off kind of smoothly and then try to accelerate.
And you've seen this frame carry just about from the beginning of when it started, and see the progression of. It's still a very valid event. I think we've had it just about every year at the Arnold, and it's such a unique event, and it's an event that's almost a signature of the Arnold Strongman, but it's always challenging.
Oh, every time, you never see all the athletes finish it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've never seen that. I've even seen it, like maybe two guys finishing it. I've seen that.
Yep.
So it's a really grueling event. You only got 30 seconds to complete it, but that time, or you gotta be fast.
That's true. It's
Here
also
goes Angelica Jardine. Fifth woman to go here. Only Rebecca Roberts has gotten to the top, and Jardine is making some good progress here.
Hold on, keep going.
Come on.
Still has a good chance. 20 seconds to get there. 30-second time cap here for Jardine. And you can see how close she is to the top. Less than 10 to go.
Come on now.
And Jardine has done it. Inside the 30-second time cap, just the second woman to get to the top inside that allotted time. And looking to move herself up the overall standings. She comes in 8th place overall.
And that was just pure grit. You get so close to the end, and you're just so focused on that end line, and you just do whatever you have to at that point to make it.
Well, that's something else we talk about. We have all this technique and stuff we're talking about, but then it turns into, your greatest muscle, your mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Kristen, she got off to a fantastic start here.
She did, and I thought she was going to go on all the way up, but you can see the frame kind of like starts tilting a little bit, and that's causing the drops.
Maybe that was a little bit of hand placement or just the speed of how she was walking.
I think it had to do with her grip, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But also, when it tilts like that, it actually makes it a bit harder on your grip.
Then it comes out.
Great start for Jardine. That was
that's where it tilted one time.
First drop.
Then it rocked back, and then it rocked forward again. That's it.
Still a really, really solid effort.
Well, only the second person to finish.
Yeah.
We're waiting on her official time, but we do know she got inside that 30-second time cap. It was right around 28.
Yeah, those are going to be some big points for her.
As Caris Skio should be up next. The 27.42 seconds for Jardine. As just 2 women who have gone out of the 5 have gotten to the top. Rebecca Roberts still your leader at 9.53 seconds, which right now is huge for Roberts, 11th place overall. So she's looking to really put herself within striking distance of the top 5 heading into day number 2. And here comes Caris Skio for her attempt.
For Rebecca Roberts to end that low in the deadlift was really surprising, because I've seen her pull heavy deadlifts, but it just shows you how tough that field is.
Right. Well, I think also that the bar is a little different. Maybe she didn't just have a good day with that bar.
Here goes Inez Caris Skio, and you saw Erin Murray out there coaching her up because Caris Skio's never done this before.
Wow.
And
come on.
Figured it out extremely quickly. This is going to be good enough for a second place so far if she can get to the top.
Oh.
It's got plenty of times, and now looks like she had a little bit of an impact there with her face on the frame.
No, she didn't. It doesn't look like she made the line.
She did not, but that is still the top distance that we have seen from any woman who has not finished. But she went into that thing pretty hard. But wow, what a start for Caris Skio. And again, Erin Murray was out there at the beginning to coach her up on how to grip it, because Caris Skio's never done this before.
No,
wow.
She was here last year.
I was just told that she hadn't done it before. That's why Murray was there. But Caris Skio had some
She took up seriously fast there.
Very fast. I thought she was going to finish out.
I actually think she was ahead of herself a little bit.
Yep.
So it was a balance thing, not even a grip thing.
Right. But she got such a fast start.
Yeah.
That's the other tricky thing about this thing, because when you start to tilt, like you said, it starts to turn your hands.
And then you're
and
in
then if
position,
it rocks, and you're trying to hang on to almost 600 pounds doing this in your hands.
You get in a position, you kind of try to chase the weight. And if it gets too much a little bit ahead of you, you can fall.
And that's kind of what it looked like, because when she got up there, she fell forward.
How hard is it to slow down on something like this? I mean, you just if you slow down, then you might cause a little bit of a rock.
But I think too, when you're in this, like, you're so focused on the end, like you're not thinking about slowing down. Like you're so like zeroed in on the finish line, and you don't see or hear anything.
And Caris Skio wanted some advice on how to grip that so she could improve on what she did last year. Almost got to the top and probably would have made it had it not been for that impact.
The athlete is basically thinking of, I'm going to get to that finish line as fast as I can.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a timed event if you finish it. So the better time you get, the faster you get, the better placing you get.
Right.
Hannah Lindsay should be out next. She comes in 6th place overall. So still just 2 women have gotten to the top. Caris Skio got really close. Rebecca Roberts has done it the fastest, 9.53 seconds for her. And then Angelica Jardine is the other woman at 27.42 seconds.
Hannah's really intense. I think this is the kind of event that she'll probably do.
I think that's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah. She'll probably do pretty well with this.
And Hannah has a very, very strong grip. That's definitely one of her strengths.
Yeah, she actually won the, she actually has the record on the Denny replica hold.
Right.
She got that last year at the Rogue Invitational. So, yes, she does have a great grip.
20 feet unofficially for Caris Skio. These are all unofficial results right now. But what we do know officially is that Roberts and Jardine, the only 2 to finish inside the 30-second time cap. Hannah Lindsay coming in 6th place overall with 7 points.
Now, on the deadlift, we talk a lot about, you don't want to pull too fast and all those other things. A little bit of fire on this event is good. I think, we talk about like not having the thing rock and all that kind of thing. You just, you've got to really push yourself.
The thing is, you gotta take control of the weight, not let the weight control you.
Correct.
Right. But a little bit of fire is good.
She's got a lot of fire.
Yeah, she's got a lot of fire. We'll see how this works.
She absolutely had. I got this athlete in Iceland, he was bleeding or something after he was trying an event, and he was asked about it. He said, well, if you ain't bleeding, you're not trying.
Well, she's trying, that's for sure.
Here goes the Swamp Monster, Hannah Lindsay.
Come on.
She's got a good
keep
balance on
moving.
it.
She's going to make it.
Keep moving. She's almost there.
Lindsay looking solid, and Hannah Lindsay has made it to the top. We'll have to wait for her time to see how that compares to Rebecca Roberts. But Hannah Lindsay getting this crowd fired up, courtesy of that effort.
Wow.
The human hype machine with another effort to remember here.
That's great.
Well, she had that under control. That was completely.
Yep. She had her rage inside to let it move.
And she just kept it steady and just moved on all the way
did.
up. Yeah.
Well, 9.53 is the top time for Rebecca Roberts, and we'll have to see how close that was.
I think it's got to be super close.
So now 3 women have finished, Lindsay, Jardine, and Roberts. And she barely bobbled this thing. I mean, that was near perfect.
Perfect.
Pretty much.
Yes, nice. That was right on.
So that frame stayed level the whole time?
That's exactly like what Magnus said. You control the weight and not let the weight control you.
Yep. Such very, very impressive.
I think she's happy with that.
She's had a good first day.
She's had a very good first day.
I was ready for that time, see what it was.
Know.
And do we have a time yet, official?
We do not have an official time. Unofficial is that a tie?
Looks like a tie.
9.53 for Lindsay. So right now, unofficially, we have a tie.
That's pretty amazing.
You ever seen that before?
Never. I think talking about seeing just about every year that this has been done, I don't think I've ever seen so they're keeping hundredths, maybe tenths of seconds, yes, but not hundredths. How's that possible?
I've seen people hit same times. It's been unreal when it happens.
But down to a hundredths, like I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Again, this is unofficial as Melissa Peacock, 4th place after the deadlift.
Oh, okay. Come on now. Come on, Mel. She had such a great deadlift. Oh, boy.
Well, now she's got that thing a little bit off track, but we'll just see how much she can gut that thing up the ramp.
That's her grip coming into play there.
Also, too, we don't talk about the width. Sometimes the shorter athletes, it's a little bit more of a width thing for them, and that'll pull the bar from your hands.
Right.
Well, Peacock is done. She will not make it to the top. Well, this is really opening up the door for Rebecca Roberts, who is tied with Hannah Lindsay for the top time at 9.53 seconds, but Roberts came in 11th place overall.
That's good points for her.
Well, I guess sometimes the shorter athletes might have more of a challenge with this event as well.
Well, you're right, the width for sure.
And it just wants to pull out of your hands.
Yeah, because you can't get that deep set, get your hands around and tuck it under because your arms just don't have the length.
She's strong enough to lift it.
Right.
There's no doubt about that.
We know that. Yeah.
So Olga Leishchuk should be up next. Tied with Peacock for 4th place overall in the standings. They have reset the timber.
With a horseshoe on it.
And you can see the difference adding 80 pounds, like how much different this made. Because last year, these women flew up the ramp.
Right. I like it better this way. You want, 2, 3, 4 people finish.
I agree.
And,
yeah, last year, it was the first time for them, and it was slightly too light. I think we got the weight pretty much perfect right now.
Yeah, I agree. This is what you want. Some to finish, some to not. Middle of the road.
Exactly.
It's ideal. She has a redemption from last year coming.
Olga getting set, making her 6th appearance here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic. 2-time champion in 2019 and 2020.
Yeah, like you said, she faltered a bit last year.
Yeah, she was in 1st place going into this last event last year.
Yeah, and slid back.
Trying to keep herself inside the top 5 in the overall standings.
But also, to be fair, Victoria roared back.
She did.
Olga is set.
Okay. Come on.
It's tilting too much forward.
Yeah. Wow.
Doesn't have the right
hitting.
grip on it, yeah.
Come on, a little bit forward.
Halfway through is Olga, now approaching the 22nd mark, just trying to get as much distance as she can out of that thing, and it looks like her grip is starting to go.
The energy to pick that thing after you drop it is amazing.
So Olga not able to make it to the top, but a woman who did is joining us now. That is Hannah Lindsay, who is tied with Rebecca Roberts right now for the top time at 9.53 seconds. Hannah, where does this intensity come from that you have been showing all competition?
Pardon me, I'm a little bit hoarse from yelling, but honestly, it's always just been in me. I've played soccer since I was 7. I was a goalkeeper, and I controlled the box, I controlled the team, and I mean, it's just you got to yell, and it's just the adrenaline rush, and to have a crowd in front of you and yell at them, and they yell back and control that like adrenaline and take it in. There ain't nothing like it, you know.
Well, this crowd has been absolutely incredible. We've talked to a couple other athletes about it, but for you having been here last year and now seeing what is out here this year, what does it mean to you as a competitor to see just the growth in the sport in just 1 year?
It's unexplainable. This is like the stuff that you like hope and dream of. When I started the sport in 2017, it's just like I was like in parking lots and like, it's just like nothing. And then we just keep growing and we show the women we can do this. And if people give us a stage like Road and the Hennigers and the Arnold Classic and Schwarzenegger and all the people that make this whole thing happen, I mean, thank them. Like, they are the reason why we're here. They're just giving us a platform to express our strength and athleticism and show that we can do the cool things, and inspire all these young girls to pick up a barbell, It's just, to be strong, like, why would you want to be weak? And it's unexplainable. Like, I can't even explain what I'm dealing with, and, like, having them roar back, it's wild.
I mean, I think it also just speaks to, just women's sports in general, moving forward. I've got a picture at home of a lady trying to run the Boston Marathon. The organizers trying to pull her off the track.
Yeah.
It sounds insane.
Yeah.
Right?
That happened. Like, women, we're not allowed to do those things, and like, God forbid we did. And then now we're breaking down all these barriers, and like, people are like opening up their eyes, like, wow, women can be strong and be powerful and also be athletes and move impressive weight and really just, I mean, look at the crowd. Well, we filled them seats compared to last year. They had to add more seats.
Yeah, there's no difference in what's going on with the crowd noise between you and the men, no question.
Yeah, no, not at all. And like, that's the thing, they yell just as much for us as they do the guys.
Well, here goes Andrea Thompson, who's looking to be the next one to finish, and she is in and looks to be the new leader.
Good job, Andrea.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. She was moving. Wow.
Good for her.
And Hannah, I know these women are your competitors, but
Yeah.
we talk about the community aspect of that. Just for people who don't, you might be new to this, what is the community of Strongwoman like when you get involved?
I mean, it's just like a big family, you know? Like, we all do this weird sport that we pick up these odd objects and move with them, and you kind of have to be a little bit, like, out there for it. Like, I know I have, like, this switch that I can only flip doing this stuff, but these people get it. Like, you know, I have some of my best friends, you know, Big Daddy Mel, that's my best girl, you know? And then, like, Leifa, my coach, she won the 2016 Arnold Pro, and, like, that's some of my best friends. And Donna, she's all the way in the UK, but, like, some of my best friends, they've been through with me, like, all sorts of stuff and all the preps, but I mean, it's a big family, you know?
Well, I think after watching you this weekend, I know you go by Swampy and Swampy Swamps. We're going to call you the Swamp Monster.
Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations, Hannah.
Oh, thank y'all for having me. I couldn't have asked for a better, like, place to be right now. It's
Thanks
awesome.
for keeping us entertained. Thanks for keeping the crowd fired up, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Oh, we got some more stuff coming tomorrow.
I cannot wait.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thanks, Hannah.
Andrea Thompson is our new leader at 8.43 seconds.
Wow.
She was moving.
Blistering.
Yeah.
She could be your overall leader going
absolutely.
into day number 2, as Lucy Underdown is going to be the final woman to go. Again, Victoria Long suffered a hamstring injury in the deadlift. She's a 2-time defending champion, unfortunately had to withdraw. That leaves Lucy Underdown as the last woman to go here.
Yeah, that was a really fast time by Andrea.
But she's a great deadlifter, and she is taller, so I think she'll probably have a good, she has a good chance, with her grip and her back strength and her height. I think she'll do fairly well with this.
First appearance here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic, and she's so far 1 for 1 and setting a record on the elephant bar with a lift of 666 pounds. And here she goes on that 590-pound, 268-kilo frame.
Keep moving your feet. Hang on to the bar. You got it.
Moving well.
You got it. Keep going. Keep going.
Not going to win, but she is going to get to the top. As Lucy Underdown.
Wow.
What a debut for her here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic.
Well, she told us she'd like to show everybody she belongs. She belongs.
She definitely belongs.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive.
She's
Very
a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
She is, and she's so new to the sport.
New.
She's just coming in.
Yeah. I was expecting her to be able to move faster with it, but no, that's still a good position to be at.
No kidding.
Just one of 5 women to get to the top is Lucy Underdown, but Andrea Thompson is going to win this event, and as a result, unofficially looks to be your overall leader heading into the second and final day tomorrow. We'll take another look at Lucy's effort as the women are now done with the timber carry. Wow, what a debut.
She got a good
for
pick.
Lucy Underdown.
Yeah, she got a good pick, and she just kept moving. It could have been a little bit faster, as Magnus said, but she didn't stop, and she hung on to it. And I think that was a big product of her grip strength.
I think actually how it was tilting forward the whole way kind of slowed her down a little bit.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
And
yeah, she was fighting it, trying to keep it from tipping.
But her grip strength allowed her to kind of hang on to it. So, yeah. Still a great effort. She finished.
We had four women finish.
5
women finish.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
That's
it's a tough
another-
event.
So unofficial results are on the left side of the screen. Thompson at 8.43 seconds, and then Roberts and Lindsay tie. Underdown's going to wind up with a 4th place finish. Jardine got to the top just inside that 30-second time cap. Caris Skio looked like she would have gotten there, but then had that trip at the very end. But Andrea Thompson with a 1st and a 2nd in these first 2 events, once again looks to be the overall leader heading into day number 2. And here's a replay of her winning effort.
Super smooth, hanging on to it, controlled the tilt, drove right into it.
She was in control, full control the whole time.
A pro, no question. Awesome effort.
3-time podium finisher here at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic, but has never finished on top.
She looked very strong coming in. Her mind's right. Her training's been great. She was my pick to make the podium, but with Victoria out now,
Absolutely,
never know
she'll
what's
make
going
the
to
podium.
happen.
Well, looking ahead for the women for tomorrow, there's another carry event, kind of a wild card that, how do they carry those stones on the rings, the jack stones? And then you go into, a pressing event. I think Andre's pretty good at that too. So she's setting herself up.
And we have a couple women that are in the middle of the road that are world record dumbbell pressers, and they're going to shake things up too because they're going to be up there most likely at the top, and they're going to be moving some points around.
Well, I think, this Magnus, the depth of this field for the men and the women, there's going to be points that's going to be kind of buffered in between different athletes. It's going to shape how people finish.
You can see that, even the last place in an event turns around, and in the next one, everything is still wide open. The main thing here is just keep going. Don't make any mistakes, because it's only 5 events. A mistake can cost you dearly.
Yeah. So far, Andrea Thompson has not made a mistake. A first and a second. Still waiting on the official results. You can always go to roguefitness.com to get those. But I don't want to take anything away from what Thompson has done. But so far, is Lucy Underdown the biggest surprise that you've seen here on day one from the women?
Well, we knew she'd have a great deadlift, but she just proved her place here by doing great with the frame carry. I mean, it's an event that she probably, would have done well in it anyway because, her grip, her back strength, and she's taller. So I think that, these first two events put her in this position.
Yeah,
so,
I expected her to have a good first day. At both events, like you said, both being the deadlift and then the frame, which is another deadlift event, her grip. I just knew that day one for Lucy was going to be a great day.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic day for her and a great day for Andrea Thompson. Again, you can find the official standings on roguefitness.com. Women are done. Men coming up next. Take a quick break. We'll be back with the final event for them here on day number 1 of the Arnold Strongman Classic.